everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. And this morning we're in the Boeing 787-9 from Horizon Simulations. World Tour Flight 292. We're flying from Sri Lanka, Colombo, Sri Lanka, down to Malé, Maldives. Under 2-hour flight. Etihad Airlines. Passengers are already loading on, or should be loading. Yep, they're loading on with self-loading cargo. Departure expected about 29 minutes, 30 minutes, hopefully. We'll see how the cargo loading goes. GSX not seeming to work here at this airport, which kind of sucks. In fact, I don't think GSX is working at all. Because usually at least we get ground cruise stuff, so you kidding me? This is why I test this stuff out, and seems like most of the time it doesn't work. Yeah, why is it not working? Okay. We're gonna restart that, we'll try it again. GSX is like, no thank you, don't want to work. That was weird. I put the volume down on the music and I could still hear it. Like right there, I can still hear it. So weird. There we go. Alright, so we already got the battery and the power on. And hopefully we can get GSX going. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. That's disappointing. So GSX just didn't want to. This is why I should test this stuff out during the week, but never got around to it. And now GSX has decided to go crap out on me. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Alright, give me a second here so I can set up our pushback using self-loading cargo, otherwise we're going to have issues. Where do I go here? Pushback. Oh, I thought everything was good, but I guess GSX Pro doesn't want to work. I don't know if it just updated or something, and that kind of sucks. I mean, it doesn't really work at this airport very well, but I was hoping to see it at see all the passengers coming off once we got to Malé. Maybe it'll work once we get up in the air. We can get it going. All right, so it looks like the APU's already on too. That's weird. I didn't. Oh, generators are on. Okay, let's get this plane set up. We got just under half an hour before we're expected to leave. Alright, so battery switch on, hydraulic panel, C1 and C2 switches are off, wiper selector off, nav light switch on right there, logo light switch as required, we'll turn that on, landing gear lever down, verify ICAS, that is down, there it is, down, parking brake set. Throttles idle, reversers stowed. Fuel control switches in the cutoff. It kept notifying you for the live. Awesome. I get notifications myself for some reason. They're like, hey, look, this video is for you. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's my video. Alright, let's establish power. External power switches left, right, and aft are on already. Boom, boom, boom. APU. Maybe we'll start that up a little bit later. See, I don't know how that works if... Yeah, we'll start that. Air conditioning panel. Let's see where all these buttons are. There it is. Alright, kind of got to get familiar where things are. So here's electrical, IRS, cargo, engine, fuel, anti-ice, air conditioning. There it is. Alright, so we want the cooling switches set to auto. Right there. I'm guessing. Recirculation fan switches on. Flight deck temperature control as required. Okay, turn those down just a little bit. Left and right pack switches are auto. Trim air switches on. Ventilation switch normal and covered. IRS selectors off. 30 seconds and then on. There we go. Okay, do we have ADIS? I don't know if we have ADIS. Here we do. Awesome.
Bandaranaike, Colombo, ATIS, information, Sierra, 1131, wind, 322 degrees, at 3 knots, visibility, 10 kilometers or more, sky condition, scattered, 1,700 feet, view, 1,900 feet, temperature, 29, dew point, 26, QN8, 1009, transition altitude, 11,000, transition level, flight level 120, landing runway 04, departure runway 04, advise you have information, Sierra. Bandaranaike, Colombo, ATIS, information, Sierra, 1131, wind, 322 degrees, at 3 knots, visibility, 10 kilometers or more, sky condition, scattered, 1,700
Doesn't look like we do the airport there.
1,900
Okay,
feet,
turn off
temperature,
that. Let's
29,
go
dew point, 26, QN8, 1009, transition altitude, 11,000, transition level, flight level 12.
Okay. We got the ADIS. Let's get our clearance.
Colombo ground, Etihad 279, gate, Bravo 11, request clearance to Velana with information, Sierra.
Etihad 279, cleared to Velana via Lalu 2 Delta, departure, runway 04, initial climb 4,000, then as filed, squawk, 6551.
Cleared to Velana via Lalu 2 Delta, departure, runway 04, initial climb 4,000, then as filed, squawk, 6551.
Hey, planet neutral.
Etihad 279.
Etihad 279, read back correct, report when ready.
Will report when ready, Etihad 279.
Alright. 6. What was our squawk? 551. Alright. I'm doing alright. Finally have a day off here. Off today, off tomorrow, work Monday, then off Tuesday and Wednesday, so we'll have 4 flights here in the next 5 days. Maybe we'll get some flights in the afternoon, I don't know. Probably not, but alright, let's get going on this FMC. Alright, so 787.9. Whoa, hey Sid, GTV, thanks for the raid. Hey, welcome in guys, I'm Martin Wenzel. I don't have my camera on right now, just my camera setup's kind of messed up. So, thank you very much for the follow, alright. Hey, woo, oh my goodness. This isn't the biggest raid, but this is a big raid, pretty big. Hey, welcome in. We are here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thanks for the follows. Awesome, Simon Jackson, more cowbell. May XX Robbie, Jay Brown, oh my goodness. Sideways Schizo. Thank you very much. I think you're gonna overload the, oh my goodness. Thanks for the bits, oh my goodness, thank you very much. Welcome in, oh my goodness, posture check. Thank you for that. Yeah, I just got, you can't see me on the camera, I don't have the camera on. Maybe I'll pop the camera on, I don't know. Carp4, thanks for the follow. Thank you all for the follow. It's not at the size of the raid, but the quality. It is true that you guys are quality. I will tell you that very much. Thank you. No, no, no. This is probably my second biggest raid. I'm just saying I had a huge one a year or two ago. It was insane. I mean, it was like 200 people, but 42 is also good. Yeah, let me pop the camera on. Let's see if I can find it. It's probably not... Oh, my goodness. Give me a second here. I gotta make sure... Oh, where is my camera? I actually have it turned on. Alright, let me... Because it gets wonky. That's the problem with it. Give me a second. There we go. Turn on that. Yeah, I don't have it set up really well, so that's why it's not on. But I think... Oh, and I also have the filter, the weird filter on right now. Turn that off. There we go. Hey guys. Alright, yeah, you can see nothing's set up very well. I don't get my lighting and all that, but... Thank you for the raid, you guys. Okay, welcome in. Right now we're doing a world tour. I'm doing my world tour here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're on flight 292. I think I have about 20 more flights to go. And we're flying here from Colombo, Sri Lanka. We're going to be headed up to, or down to Malé, Maldives. We're in Etihad in the Boeing 787-900. And we're just getting the flight computer set up here, so as you guys rated. Oh, let me see. Hope you guys are all having a good morning. Hope the stream was good for you over there, Sid GTV. Oh wow, thank you again for the bits. More cowbell. Yep, let me hydrate. Camera just like stuck right in the corner. Yeah, I have like two different ways here. Okay, watch this different camera here. So I got this little camera I got set up. Different weird little experimental cameras I got going here. I'll go with this one. It's alright. Let's keep it natural. Up from Canada. Awesome. Yep, I'm down here, Milwaukee area in Wisconsin. So what do we got for temperatures that drop? That's what Windows is telling me right now. I don't know what the temps are. It was record. It was almost 60 degrees yesterday Fahrenheit. So, pretty crazy. All right, we got to get going here. Getting things set up. So, go to the init page. Reference airport. We are at Victor. Let me get this right. Victor Charlie Bravo India. And I don't think we need to copy that at all, actually. The next page is good. Go to the route. Victor Charlie Bravo India. Going to Victor Romeo Mike Mike. Flight number 279. Okay, I think I can just pull this in. Pull this in right from a sim brief. Let's see what happens. Uplink is ready. Flight plan is ready to load or erase on route page. Let's load. There you go. I don't have to put all this stuff in manually. That's nice. 110 in Sydney today. Ay, ay, ay. Well, it's summer there, so. But 60 degrees, I think it's normally supposed to be 30. It's supposed to be freezing. That's why it's saying temps are dropping, but I don't even think it's going to drop to our regular temps right now. Alright, so I think the flight plan should be, yeah, it changed that. Etihad 279. We are going runway 04. Put that in. Why this button doesn't want to work. There we go. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. Next page. Direct to Hulhulé. I think that's all we have for this, the flight. Yep, Lalum. That's it. But we do have a departure. Lalum 2 Delta. Well, we want to find that. Lalum 2 Delta right there. Execute that. Go to route. Performance init page. Flight level 360, cost index. Let's get all this set up. Not too difficult, but just a little bit of. Still hot for us though, even in summer. Yeah, I mean 110 is still hot. I mean, I'm not saying it's not, but I mean if we were 110 right now, then we'd have some serious issues. Hey Brown, been flying already this morning? Have you? Awesome. I've been up since 6 at 7:14 a.m. for me. Been up since 6, which is an hour and a half later than I usually wake up, because I wake up 4:45 for work. Normal days. Alright, zero fuel weight. Where can I get that? That's gonna be right here. Zero fuel weight, 161.6. Reserves, 7.8. And it's been a while. I don't fly this plane a lot, so just kind of going through there, making sure I'm doing it right. Taking our time, taking our time. All right, let me get my calculator over here on my other screen. I love it. You like this one better? You like this? Do you like this camera, or do you like the more natural one? I don't know if this fits in really with this game. Where is my calculator? There it is. Calculate. Takeoff TPR. I don't know what TPR means. I've never seen that before on my calculator. Okay. Takeoff TPR gives me 82%. Weird. We'll do that. Alright, we have no...
Colombo ground, China Eastern 231 heavy.
China Eastern? There you go. I think that's all we need. We don't have a... We're not going to do a... what you call it? An outside temperature. Alright, flaps 5. Thrust. 1, 3. No. Thrust is... Okay, that must be that temperature again. What's our takeoff weight? Takeoff weight 1. Alright, that's close enough. Oh, I could have put the wind and all that in. Yeah, we'll go with that. We're not going to get all super detailed. You should, but... Alright, let's approach. Departure, we did that. Legs. Okay. Been flying this morning until the game crashed. Yeah, I know how that goes. Hey Misha, we just had a big. You just missed a big raid here on Twitch. I don't know how many guys are still in here watching, but thanks for that raid. It's always fun to have a bunch of people come in and say hello. The stream, everything seems to be going okay right now, which is a nice change. 60 degrees here now, but it's supposed to get down to 33. Let's see what's... Yeah, 46 and light rain right now for us, so a little cooler than yesterday, but still above normal. Here, December 9th. Alright, I think we got everything in there. Let's do a scan, top to bottom. We still got plenty of time. Passengers still coming on. Cargo still being loaded. Alright, overhead scan, IRS on, electrical panel, battery switch on, IFE, pass, and cabin utility on. APU started already, generator switch is on, external power, it's available, so they must have gone off. We'll have to check our fuel, make sure we got the right one there. Generator switches are on, but off is illuminated. FD door. Oh, there it is. FD door power is on. Emergency lights armed and covered. Window heat, all 6 on. Hydraulic panel set as in safety check, so off right there. Passenger sign, seatbelts, selector, auto. The lighting panel left as desired. Okay, let's just kind of. Engine panel. Let's test the seat here. Oh, can't test those. Okay, I see. Some things you just can't use, so it's not even going to tell us about it. Right, engine panel. If I could read E, C, mode switches normal and guarded. Start selectors normal. Fuel panel, crossfeed switch off. Pumps are off. Press illuminated. Balance switch off. Wing and engine anti-ice auto. Lighting panel as desired. Air conditioning panel set as in power up. We got that. Pressurization panel. Forward and aft outflow valves auto. It's all the way down here. We already did all that, I guess. Oh, yeah. Auto. Landing altitude selector pushed in. Right, glare shield. Altimeter set to local. For some reason it's in inches. How do I change that? Right here. Go. 1009. And you're in the south. Now where are you at, Jay Brown? Like south here in the US? Yeah, it gets cold down there. I mean, when we had a cold snap a while, just a week ago, when it just started getting cold. The whole country was cold. Flight directors both on. Verify FMA toga mode both on. I don't know what that is. We'll arm the auto throttle though. Autopilot disengage bar is up. Pre-select LNAV and VNAV. Okay. Pre-select speed V2 plus 10. The V2 is 154. I want 164 in here. Cruise or cleared altitude 4,000. Heading bug is the runway heading.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Everyone's on board.
We're still waiting on the load sheet from ground.
No problem. I'll bring it to you as soon as they send it up. You still have time to do the welcome announcement. That should pass some of the time.
Good afternoon from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this
I don't
afternoon's
think I
flight.
heard the boarding
hope you're all
music
well.
actually, and I had the
We're currently
Etihad
preparing
boarding
for
music, but it
departure up
didn't
here in
play.
the
I don't
cockpit
think.
and thought we'd say hello while we finish entering the data into
Maybe
the
it was.
flight
Maybe that's the
computers.
music I was hearing.
We hope to
I
depart
thought I
very
was hearing
shortly.
things.
We're not
I don't know.
expecting any delays. Once we push back from the stand, the cabin crew will start securing the cabin. As we head to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. The weather is looking good, so it should be a nice, comfortable climb up to our cruise level. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favourable, so we expect to arrive on time at our destination, but we will of course keep you up to date should there be any changes. The ground crew have finished loading the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured, we'll be able to get going straight away. Thank you very much for flying with us, and I hope you enjoy the flight.
Alright, fuel, we need 15.7, 15.6, we got that. We're good on fuel. Pedestal, speed brake lever is down. Thrust levers, idle, and reverser stowed. Parking brake set. Flap lever set to agree with actual flap position. What did that say again? Flap lever set to agree with actual flap position. Okay. Fuel control switches, cutoff, transponder set and standby. Okay. And aisle stand, panel flood switch as required. Alright, pre-flight checklist. Where are my checklists? Do I have my checklist here? I have a... There they are. Alright, pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Flight instruments heading 40, 040, altimeter 1009. Parking brake set. Fuel cutoff switches cut off. Alright, APU on. External power off. Disconnected. Doors closed. Over here, doors closed. Double check that out there if you want. Passenger sign, seatbelts on, hydraulic. Hydraulic panel. Primary pumps on, fault illuminated. Yep. C1 and C2 pump switches auto. Demand pump selectors auto. Fuel pumps all on.
Ground to cockpit.
Don't need the center pumps.
Go ahead.
Hi there, we're now refueling the aircraft and we'll let you know once it's completed.
Roger.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Hi Captain, fueling has been completed.
Roger.
I don't know why it's telling me they were fueling. I just turned the pumps on. Rudder trim 0. Beacon light on. Transponder mode. Standby. Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. Passenger sides on. Mode control panel V2 plus 10, 164. Heading 040. Altitude 4000. Takeoff speeds V1 140, VR 145, V2 154. CDU pre-flight completed. Trim 8.00 units. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Beacon light on. Alright, I think. Waiting for that load sheet. Ugh, takes so long. Alright, we're gonna skip it ahead here. I'm not waiting another 6 minutes for that cargo to load. Got things to do, people to see, places to be. Here we go. Yeah, GSX isn't working. A flashing light there, like ground tow is connected. But, or no, that's just ours flashing. So we're not going to see the tow, unfortunately, because GSX isn't working and I don't have a different program for that other than going through self-loading cargo. Alright, so let's get our clearance.
Colombo ground, Etihad 279, request pushback and startup.
Etihad 279, pushback and startup approved.
Pushback and startup approved, Etihad 279.
Alright, Like how GSX is like, set your parking brakes. GSX, you're dead. You're not doing anything. You're useless.
Welcome on board today's flight. Your safety and wellness are our priority, so we appreciate your full attention as we take you through this demonstration. Your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. To fasten, insert the metal clip into the buckle. To adjust, pull on the strap. To unfasten, lift the metal flap and pull the belt apart. If you're seated in business, your shoulder strap is located in the top corner of your seat. To fasten, connect it to the pin next to the seatbelt buckle. To release, remove it from the pin and then unfasten the seatbelt. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case we encounter any unexpected turbulence.
Kind of pushed back a little late there.
If emergency oxygen is required during the flight, masks will automatically drop down from the panel above you. If a red strap appears, pull it down so you can reach your mask. Pull the oxygen mask towards you. Remove your face mask before placing the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Always fit your own mask first before helping others. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft, which are clearly marked. There are signs which indicate the direction to the exits. Your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, the floor path markings will guide you to the exits. You'll find instructions on how to open the exit on each exit door. If you are required to evacuate the aircraft, leave all of your belongings behind and follow the cabin crew's instructions. Your life jacket is located under your seat. If instructed by the crew, remove it from its packaging and place it over your head. Fasten the strap around your waist and pull to tighten. Inflate your life jacket only as you leave the aircraft door. To inflate, pull firmly on the red toggle or blow into the mouthpiece. A light will illuminate on contact with water. Special life jackets are provided for infants. The safety card in your seat area provides important safety information, including exit signs and the correct brace position for your seat. Please take a look at it before takeoff. You must adopt the brace position when you hear the command brace, brace. Smoking, including e-cigarettes, is not allowed anywhere on board, including the toilets. Tampering with a smoke detector or not adhering to these directions is a criminal offense. In preparation for departure, place your luggage in the overhead stowage and any personal items under the seat in front of you. Laptops and other larger electronic devices must be switched off and secured for takeoff
verify
and
normal
landing.
generators, L1, L2, R1,
Handheld
and R2
electronic
verify
devices such as
on.
mobile phones must now be switched off or set to flight mode. If your electronic device is damaged, overheats, or falls into your seat, do not attempt to move your seat. Call one of our cabin crew for immediate assistance.
APU off.
Make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Anti-ice
your
is
seatback
required.
is
Flight
upright,
controls verify
your
free
handset
and full
tray
movement.
table are put away and windows are clear. Our cabin crew will now pass through the cabin to carry out a final check. We thank you for your attention and hope you have a good flight.
أهلا بكم على متن رحلتنا لهذا اليوم. صحتكم وسلامتكم هما أهم أولوياتنا، لذا نرجو
we actually
منكم
have a checklist
الانتباه
here too.
جيداً أثناء عرض تعليمات السلامة الخاصة بهذه الطائرة. يجب ربط أحزمة المقاعد فور إضاءة علامة ربط أحزمة المقاعد. لربط الحزام أدخلوا المشبك
Ground
المعدني في
control is
القفل.
clear.
يمكن تعديل الحزام بسحب الشريط. لفك الحزام ارفعوا القطعة المعدنية المتحركة ثم اسحبوا الجهة المقابلة من الحزام. إذا كنتم تجلسون في درجة الأعمال يتوفر حزام الكتف في الزاوية العلوية من مقعدكم.
Alright, flaps
قوموا
5.
بتثبيت الحزام في المشبك الموجود بطرف قفل
Auto
حزام
brake
المقعد.
RTO.
لفكه
Flight deck door closed
أخرجوه
and
من
locked.
المشبك ثم فكوا الحزام. نوصي
Taxi
بالإبقاء على
checklist.
أحزمة
Before taxi
مقاعدكم
checklist,
مربوطة
anti-ice.
طوال وقت الرحلة
Auto recall
تحسباً
checked.
لأي
Auto
مطبات
brake
جوية غير
RTO.
متوقعة.
Flight controls
إذا ما
checked. Ground
استدعت الضرورة
equipment
تزويدكم
clear.
بالأكسجين أثناء الرحلة فإن الأقنعة سوف تتدلى بشكل تلقائي من اللوحة التي فوق رؤوسكم. إذا ظهر شريط أحمر مع الأقنعة اسحبوه نحوكم للوصول إلى القناع. اسحبوا قناع الأكسجين نحوكم. أزيلوا كمامات الوجه الخاصة بكم قبل وضع قناع الأكسجين على الأنف والفم وتنفسوا بطريقة طبيعية. ثبتوا القناع الخاص بكم أولاً قبل مساعدة الآخرين. يوجد 8 مخارج للطوارئ على متن هذه الطائرة، تحمل جميعها علامات واضحة. توجد علامات تشير إلى اتجاه المخارج. المخرج الأقرب إليكم قد يكون خلفكم. في حالة الطوارئ أرضية الممرات المضاءة سترشدكم إلى المخارج. تعليمات فتح تلك المخارج موضحة على كل مخرج منها. إذا استدعت الضرورة لإخلاء الطائرة اتركوا جميع أمتعتكم خلفكم واتبعوا تعليمات طاقم الطائرة. توجد سترة النجاة تحت مقاعدكم. عندما يطلب منكم طاقم الطائرة استعمالها اسحبوها من الغلاف وضعوها فوق رأسكم. اربطوا شريط السترة حول خصركم واسحبوه لتضيقوها. انفخوا سترة النجاة فقط عند مغادرة باب الطائرة. لنفخ السترة اسحبوا المقبض الأحمر بقوة أو انفخوا في الصمام. سوف يضاء المصباح تلقائيا عند ملامسة الماء. تتوفر سترات نجاة خاصة بالرضع. تحتوي بطاقة تعليمات السلامة الموجودة في منطقة مقعدكم على شرح لمعلومات السلامة الهامة بما فيها العلامات التوضيحية للمخارج ووضعية الجلوس المعروفة بوضعية بريس. يرجى الاطلاع عليها قبل الإقلاع. يجب عليكم اتخاذ وضعية الجلوس بريس في حالات الطوارئ. إذا سمعتم الأمر بريس يمنع التدخين منعا باتا بما فيها السيجارة الإلكترونية في جميع أنحاء الطائرة ودورات المياه المزودة بأجهزة حساسة لكشف الدخان. إن العبث بأجهزة كشف الدخان أو عدم الالتزام بهذه التعليمات يعتبر جريمة. استعدادا للإقلاع يجب وضع أمتعتكم في الخزائن العلوية وأغراضكم الشخصية تحت المقعد أمامكم. يتوجب إغلاق الكمبيوترات المحمولة والأجهزة الإلكترونية كبيرة الحجم وتخزينها في مكان آمن أثناء الإقلاع والهبوط. يجب الآن إغلاق جميع الأجهزة الإلكترونية اليدوية مثل الهواتف النقالة أو اختيار وضعية الاستخدام أثناء الطيران. إذا تعرض جهازكم الإلكتروني للتلف أو ارتفعت درجة حرارته أو سقط في منطقة مقعدكم لا تحركوا المقعد. اطلبوا المساعدة من طاقم الطائرة على الفور. يرجى التأكد بأن حزام المقعد مربوط بإحكام وإعادة ظهر مقعدكم إلى وضعه العمودي وإعادة وحدة التحكم اليدوية وطاولة الطعام إلى مكانهما المخصص وإن النوافذ مكشوفة.
Etihad 279, contact Colombo Tower 118.7.
نشكركم على استماعكم ونتمنى لكم رحلة ممتعة مع الاتحاد للطيران.
Before takeoff checklist, flaps 5. Checklist complete.
Colombo Tower, Etihad 279, runway 04, ready for departure.
Etihad 279, line up runway 04.
Line up runway 04, Etihad 279.
Oh, there it is. Oh, TCAS. Tara. Landing lights on. Strobe light on. Runway 04 verified.
Etihad 279er, wind 122 degrees at 7 knots, runway 04 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 04 cleared for takeoff. Etihad 279er.
Positive rate, gear up.
Etihad 279er, contact Colombo approach 132.4.
132.4. Etihad 279er. Colombo approach. Etihad 279er. Lalu 2 Delta. Departure at 1,600. Climbing 4,000.
Etihad 279er. Radar contact. Continue climb 4000. QN81009er.
Continue climb 4,000. Etihad 279er.
Alright, beautiful takeoff out of Sri Lanka here. Beautiful plane. I'm gonna need to, once I get done with this world tour, I'm gonna have to fly some, maybe do some of pilot's life and get into Etihad. I got so many different like custom or like cool liveries. Not to mention just fly these planes a little bit more, these bigger ones.
Etihad 279er. Contact Colombo Center 124.9er.
124.9er. Etihad 279er. Colombo Center. Etihad 279er. Lalu 2 Delta. Departure at 4,200.
Etihad 279er. Radar contact. Maintain 4000. QN81009er.
Maintain 4,000. Etihad 279er.
Alright, so we're sticking at 4,000. You can see on the chart. Max speed of 235 knots. Below 4,000 until we get to Bravo Indio 901. Once we get past that, we need to be above 5,000 by 902. Hello. There we go. Lost focus. After takeoff checklist, landing gear up, flaps up. Alright, our transition altitude is 11,000 feet, so we'll go to standard pressure once we get there. We should get clearance to climb. Right now, beautiful sunset coming into view. Look at that.
Etihad 279er. Climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360. Etihad 279er.
I should turn my clock on, but I forgot. No big deal. Climbing almost 11,000 feet. We'll go to standard pressure. I don't think we have a checklist item for that. Nope. Some planes you do. Alright, standard pressure. Yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned it previous stream in the last week or so, but went on to the FAA Express, Medical Express, and because I'd been waiting for something from the FAA in a letter or something, correspondence about my first class medical, and so I jumped on the website and oh, there it was. It was confirmed. You're accepted. It should be coming in the mail in a few weeks, the actual card and physical stuff. So step one of going to flight school and doing that whole thing, going to becoming a real-life pilot is complete, I guess. Step one of 5 billion, I guess. So next thing is I have my loan confirmed, or I've had my loan approved since March, so it's been sitting there. I need to call them and kind of go over the repayment plans again, because I can't remember which one I picked, and maybe there's a better option I'd rather have. And then I gotta call the flight school and start seeing if I can actually go to their flight school. So ATP flight school for the, usually they have a zero to hero kind of program. Oh, I wonder if the ad's going right now. Well, if the ads are rolling on Twitch, I'll kind of wait here. I wish it told me. Camera views do we have on this plane? Wings. Cabin views that aren't that great. Yeah, so hopefully the ad is over on Twitch. Insufficient fuel. What? Oh, fuel 13.8. Why is that insufficient? Okay, let's see what's going on here with our fuel. Let's check that. Oops, don't want to do that. How do I get out? PDU? There it is. Alright, fuel progress. Plenty of fuel. I don't know why it's saying insufficient fuel. Very weird. But yeah, ATP Flight School, which is like the biggest flight school that I think they have. I can't remember how many locations they have. At least 80, if not more, across the country. And they have a zero to hero program. Basically, you come in, you have no flight experience at all. Besides, you do take a introductory flight with them, where it's kind of you feeling them out, them feeling you out. They kind of decide. It's kind of like the interview process almost. It's really low key though. I did one and it wasn't a big deal. I'll probably have to do another one right before, more time sensitive, I guess. This is a beautiful sunset. The colors, I mean, look at these colors. Crazy. I don't know how many flights I've done here in Flight Simulator, and every once in a while I see something completely brand new, and right here's I've never seen these, this green and orange. Just look at that. That's great. But, okay, back to ATP. So they have a 0 to hero program, so you come in with 0 hours. You don't have your private pilots. You have nothing. You start from scratch, which is kind of what I want to do because basically ATP, it's an intensive program. I mean, you're going and you're flying 5 days a week, up to 5 to 7 days a week. It's full time, but you're getting done in 7 as quickly as possible. You're getting through all the things you need to go be a professional pilot, to go be an airline pilot in 7 to 8 months or up to a year, depending on the weather. Whereas if you do it, you can't really work. You can't really work. So what I'm going to do, my plan is that I'll probably do some like Grubhub and some DoorDash and stuff to get some cash on the side. But you can't work a full job because the scheduling is just insane, and you are pretty much, focused on flying and all that. And so I want to start from the beginning doing that because it means I can get that private pilot in 2 months. It means I can also take that loan out to pay for that, as opposed to paying out of pocket, going to some, another flight school, and going on the weekend or my days off, which, as you know, I get maybe 2 days off a week, and, that's not enough. And so then you're paying more. You're actually going to spend more because you have to relearn stuff, and you get, I want to be able to have the loan and have that paid for, because I'm stacking up a bunch of money in savings. I want to use that money, to make ends meet during training, but also after training when I'm at a low-paying flying job. And so I'd rather take out the loan, pay that back out over time, and also just be in the same program. They basically, with the program, you get all the materials. You get all the books and all that stuff. They give you a big whole package. Well, if I go and get my private pilot somewhere else, I'm going to buy half that stuff myself, and then I'm going to have duplicates of everything, and it's just kind of like, whoa, great. But the problem is because of the pilot shortage right now, because of the pilot shortage and kind of just the way the wages are going now, for pilots, the salaries are just going through the roof. A lot of people are like, hey, this is the time to get in. And yeah, if you want to be a pilot, this is the time to get in, because they're hiring anybody and everybody. If you get through training, you get those 1,500 hours, you're going to have a pretty good shot at getting a job at a regional airline. They need pilots. And within a few years, you'll be at the bigger airlines, at the legacies, at the majors, Southwest, United, those kind of things. And so you have all these people now going to flight school, and the flight schools are getting overwhelmed, especially a place like ATP, which is kind of one of the premier flight schools. They have all these connections to the airlines. And so now they're starting to kind of want to see you already have a private pilot's license, kind of weeding people out that way. And so I'm hoping, I don't need to, I'm hoping I can get into the location I want to go to right here in Milwaukee. I hope I can get in there without needing to get my private pilot's license, because if I do have to get the private pilot license, that's going to push back everything, 6-7 months, really kind of throw my plans a little bit into whack. But we'll see how it goes. So probably on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll give them a call and start talking to them about that. And of course, my wife is constantly biting my ear off about it, because the plan is, and this was her idea, not my idea, and I don't know how, I know this is going to be really hard, but her plan, she suggested, is that she and my son could go to China, where she's from, where her family lives, to visit for a few months or whatever. And I was like, oh, that actually works, because then we can rent out our house. We don't need as much space. We can rent out almost half our house right now as it is, but it'd be nice to rent the whole thing out. then I can go live with a friend, crash with a friend, or with my parents. Save a ton of money that way. With them over in China, we don't need to have, obviously I don't need to have American health insurance and all that stuff, which not having a job is going to be a little bit trickier to get. So, you know, and her family and her sister, her mom, everyone is like, well, when are you coming over? When are you coming over? And she's like, well, when can we go? When can I buy tickets? I want to buy tickets, you know, plane tickets soon. It's like, and sometimes she'll say, it's like, oh, I'm gonna buy plane tickets. I'm like, why are you gonna buy plane tickets? We don't know when we're going. We don't know, because there's no point in you guys going now. Because what? Then I just sit in this house. I sit in my house here alone, this big house with no one here. And then you guys come back right when I start training or something, and then I need, you know, now I don't have a job. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, I suppose they could go now, really, and then, but part of it's the space thing. It's like if they go to China, then I can go crash with my parents, and you know, one additional person in my parents' house is not a big deal. I mean, they have a smaller house than us, smaller rooms. Now, we did live there for a year or two, 2 or 3 years actually, when we first came back from China, and for about the first 6 or 7 months that my son, after he was born. And we were all crammed in one little room, basically. I mean, we had the whole downstairs kind of to ourselves, but, you know, bedrooms are just smaller. We're so spread out in this house, and so now we got all kinds of extra junk, and that's kind of the one thing I'm not looking forward to, is the whole moving, you know, renting out this house and moving our stuff out, and figuring out where to put that, all of our crap that we've since accumulated in this past year of living here. Start with the seatbelt signs. How about that? Let's let the passengers move about. You can hear just hear the ding, ding, ding in the background. That's them all requesting service. We don't want to be on this page. Accidentally open a door or something. Yeah, this performance page is pretty cool. Unfortunately, oh, okay, there it goes. I'm not really sure what the point of this page is, because it doesn't look like it gives me any information, actually. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so it does calculate. Pretty close to what we had from the other calculator. Oh, select the tab. Okay, well, next time I fly this plane, I didn't know how to get it from, because I was trying to do the search here, but I guess you can just pull it in from the FMC, and you can send the output. Oh, that's pretty cool. If you ever fly this plane, yeah, you got that. Looks like there's a lot more things they're planning eventually. Again, this is a freeware plane, too. Oh, that sun is bright. Alright, we are nearly to Lalum. See that, just a few miles. Did we already pass it? I think we actually passed it already. Yeah, so we're not actually on course on anything right now. So I'm going to put in our arrival here. We're already past our final waypoint there. So arrival, we're going to be doing ILS X-ray 36. Holographic one here. Let's see. Oki 1 Alpha. Oki 1 Alpha. Benku execute. Okay. Execute. There we go. Now we're back on course. This was a really quick flight. I thought this was going to take a little bit longer. I mean, only 38 minutes to go. We're not even halfway through the flight. So, not a really long one. We're already kind of on our... Well, we're headed to Hoki. And then from Hoki, we'll be on the Hoki 2 arrival. Or Hoki 2, yeah. Standard terminal arrival. I'm going to change this camera. We're going to turn that off. We're going to go with that one. We'll go with the natural look. Wait, if I'm looking over here... Yeah, that's not right. What I want is I want a camera that kind of point of having the cameras on both sides. I want a camera where I'm kind of looking at the... Well, right now it's... I mean, it's good. Either way I'm looking at it, but when I turn my head over here, now I'm looking away, right? So I kind of wanted to have the... Why can't I flip it? I gotta figure that out. I could have sworn I had it set up to do that. Yeah, there we go. See, my holographic camera is like that. And this one's like that. Okay. That's weird. If I'm on this one... Yeah. Kinda weird. See my weird cameras I got set up. Alright, let's take a look at... I just want to set it up so it looks like I'm looking at the chart here. I need to figure out that other, my more natural looking camera. Alright, so here's the approach. There's Hoki 1 Alpha. Our key point right here is going to be Kabik. We need to be above 5,500 feet. And it looks like we're just going to stay at 5,500 until we then descend to Benku, our transition, 4,000 feet, max speed 210 knots. Then we go into our approach, ILS X-ray, runway 36, Malé, Maldives. Localizer is 109.9, India Mike. Final approach course is 003. We're going to capture the glide slope at 2,000 feet, Mike 601. And our decision altitude is 220 feet. Runway and airport elevation is 8 feet. Missed approach, we're going to climb straight ahead to 4,000 feet, then turn right, proceed back to Benku. And hold. Transition level is flight level 130. That's where we go from standard back down to our local pressure. Here we got the VOR from Malé 114.7, ILS 109.9.
Proceed direct Telig, Etihad 279.
Where are we going to Telig?
Etihad 279, proceed direct Hoki, contact mail center 119.7.
Proceed direct Hoki 119.7, Etihad 279.
Alright, so right there you can see that Mike 602, max 210, we should be at 4,000 feet or so there, send to 2,000.
Etihad 279, radar contact, proceed direct Hoki, maintain flight level 360.
And then we're going to land runway 36.
Proceed direct Hoki.
Exit the runway, probably Delta 3.
Etihad 279.
Come back on Charlie, and we're going to park in this area right here. Yep, I got to get my camera set up. Get my background. I don't know what we're going to do here. Actually not too bad today. Usually, I don't know. I just don't know if it's because it's not super sunny out, or if I got it cut off just right. Because for the longest time I had my camera like in the room I'm in now, so if you've been watching my streams for a while, you can tell I just keep moving around in my house, the setups, in multiple places. But there's a window right over here on my, over there on my left, right over there. So there's a mirror right there, but then there's a window, and the window I'm facing, that's facing west, and so even in the morning, but especially in the afternoon, it's really bright shining through there. I'm surprised it isn't really bright right now. It might be, it's just I have it cut off there, I guess. Actually doesn't look too bad today. I'm surprised I turned my I'm surprised I turned my camera on and it didn't look terrible. I do look a little red, but that's to be expected. That's to be expected. Okay, we're headed to Hoki. 92 knots, or nautical miles, I mean. Fuel, they're not complaining about our fuel anymore. I think they were complaining about the fuel because we didn't have a full flight plan in, so it couldn't really judge things. That's probably what it was. Actually, since we're traveling west, we're chasing the sun. So, I was thinking we were going to be landing in the dark, but I think we'll land with a nice sunset. Should be beautiful in the Maldives.
Etihad 279, expect Hook 1 Bravo, arrival, Oppo ILS, X-ray, approach, runway 1 leads, report when ready for descent.
Expect Hook 1 Bravo, arrival, Opari ILS, X-ray, approach, runway 18, report when ready for descent, Etihad 279.
Alright, so they're completely flipping us around from what I was planning, so quick adjustment. That's actually the winds. Winds are going the opposite direction now. So Hookie 1 Bravo, ILS X-ray 18, awesome. Okay, no big deal. Let's get into the flight computer and make those adjustments. Departure arrival. I guess I gotta change that too. ILS X-ray 18. Hookie 1 Bravo. Opari, execute. Legs. Execute. Alright, no big deal. We are ready for descent.
Etihad 279, ready for descent.
Etihad 279, descent 6,000, QNH 1010.
Descend 6,000, Etihad 279.
Alright, 6,000. Let's begin descent. Belt signs on. Take a look at the chart. Right there, Tumsy above 5,500 feet. Again, Opari max speed 210 knots, 4,000 feet. So basically the same idea as the other way. We were just coming from the south. Now we're coming from the north. And we'll go right here. Look at the approach plate. ILS X-ray. Runway 18. Localizer 109.7. Approach course 183. Mandatory. Glide slope capture 683 at 2,000 feet. And the decision is still 220 feet. Climb straight ahead to 4,000. Turn left and proceed direct to Opari. So again, basically just reversing everything from that. I think the ILS is a different frequency, which we will put in here. And just basically everything's the opposite of what we just did, but not too crazy different. Okay, so it's dropping speed down to 210. I don't know why. I don't like that. Ooh, we don't need to go that fast. Out of water. That's not good. Well, I'll probably step away for that. Alright, we're descending about 2,000 feet per minute. You can see we'll be well ahead of that of Tumsy at 5,500. We'll go 2,100 or 2,100 just because I know we're gonna have to slow down once we get to 10,000 feet. But nice quick descent, no big deal. See our lapse time right there. That's pretty cool. This is actually a really nice plane to fly. I have to do some more flights in this plane going forward. But as I said, I mentioned earlier when we got rated, flight 292 on this world tour. Yeah, we got about 20 more flights. I think 19 more flights to be accurate on the world tour. And then at that point, it's kind of, I'm going to be doing, part of me almost wants to just start doing the world tour again. But part of me does want to just kind of open it up to requested flights and just do random flights more. Definitely have to do some, we're definitely going to have to visit Africa again because it's been, you know, we started in Africa and we're going to be right there. So, and there's some really good freeware African airports popping out now, so definitely have to revisit that part of the world. A lot of subscribers on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, are from Africa. Subscribed way back, 2 years ago when we were flying there. And they're like, when are you going to fly in Tanzania again, or Zimbabwe, or... I'm like, at some point I'd love to, but doing the world tour, kind of dedicated to that. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute or two.
Etihad 279, cleared Hook 1 Bravo, arrival.
Cleared Hook 1 Bravo, arrival, Etihad 279.
Alright, I think I descended a little too quickly. Every once in a while I do that. Descend, get way too ahead on our descent. Actually, here, let's keep our speed. We'll keep our speed up. Kind of do a Chicago style. Kind of doing a Chicago style approach here. To get you down to 10,000 feet, but then you roar across at 300 knots.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm wondering if the sun goes down a lot quicker as you're descending because you're descending, so you're not seeing it as high. That's why you can see it keeps popping back up though as we get closer. Alright, we're gonna try to get this descent in. Get a little closer before we descend under 10,000. Yeah, I didn't really do the calculation, so that's why we're kind of just sitting here at this altitude, which isn't kind of, yeah, not the best. Like I said, it's kind of a Chicago approach, because this is what they do. They, over Lake Michigan, they'll get you down to about 10,000 feet, and you go 300 knots, on your indicated airspeed. Alright, so our nav radio is already in there. Those down there on the bottom are the alternates. Alright, once we get past Dopod, or Dopdo, then we'll start descending again. What's our final approach course? 183. Get our minimums in, 220. Okay, why does it keep doing that? Strobe light should have been on this whole time. I don't know why I turned the strobe light off. Approach checklist, altimeters, 1010 set.
Etihad 279er, expect Opal ILS, X-ray, approach, runway 18.
Expect Opari ILS, X-ray, approach, runway 18, Etihad 279er.
Etihad 279er, cleared Hook 1 Bravo, arrival.
Cleared Hook 1 Bravo, arrival, Etihad 279er.
The first time I've also noticed the landing lights being, you can actually see the landing light there. I've never usually noticed that. Once again, thank you for stopping in on the raid. Nice surprise this morning. Thanks for the bits. Very appreciated. This week I'll be streaming tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, 1300 Zulu. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, same time as well. I need to make sure I update my schedule, make sure it's set right, but tomorrow and then Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll try to get my lighting set up properly here too. Even though I watch people who stream who have millions of viewers, or a ton of viewers, and they got a camera just like this where they don't get the lighting good at all. Blows me away. Alright, let's start slowing down. Flaps 1. Also need to move my base light. I think I need to move it over here. I'm most often looking over here where you guys are chatting here, but I have my face light over here, but I already have a nice backlight over there, so I need to put it over there. See if I can squeeze it in there. There's not a lot of room on my desk. Well, there's the islands. Cool. Oh, cool. You can see out there. Alright, we're at our max speed for Opari. We do need to get down to 4, or be above 4,000 feet at Opari.
Cleared Alpha Tango India Sierra 2 Delta, arrival 167.
And then down to 2,000. So this plane actually descends pretty well and bleeds speed pretty good too. Surprisingly well compared to the Airbus. I can never get that plane to slow down. Be descending at a foot per minute, and it will refuse. It'll be gaining speed. Okay, so I think it's right over there.
Etihad 279, maintain 5,500.
All right, we're already at 5,000. I descended a little early.
Etihad 279, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Etihad 279.
Okay, so it's a max speed of 210 at Opari, so we can actually slow down. You can see how now I should put the speed brake out. That way you can get our descent and start slowing down, because we do want to get to 146. 144. Flaps 2, or flaps 5, sorry. Flaps 5. Runway in sight.
Etihad 279, turn left heading 180.
Left heading 180. Etihad 279.
Sky Surfer 167. Continue descent 6000 QNH 1009er.
Continue descent 6000, Sky Surfer 167.
Laps 10. Last 15. I feel like we're way too high. Why are we so high? You always seem to do that.
Etihad 279er, fly heading 185, cleared ILS, X-ray, approach at 2000, runway 18, report established on localizer.
Fly heading 185, cleared ILS, X-ray, approach at 2000, runway 18, report established on localizer, Etihad 279er. Etihad 279er, established on localizer.
Etihad 279er, contact mail tower,
I always end up doing that.
118.1.
118.1, Etihad 279er. Mail tower, Etihad 279er, on final, 18.
Etihad 279er, wind 263 degrees at 7 knots, cleared to land 18.
Cleared to land, 18, Etihad 279er.
There we go. Now we got the glide slope. Okay, it's not how you do it. Okay, is it gonna line up with the right runway? Feel like- There we go. Landing checklist, speed brakes, armed, landing gear down, flaps set for landing. There we go. We're on like a tilt here.
Etihad 279er, when vacated contact ground 121.6.
When vacated, contact ground 121.6, Etihad 279er.
Alright, not the best approach there, but I think we saved it. Hey, Sai. Oh, crap. Whoa. Do we ever slow down? Jeez. I guess I have to slow down a lot more than that. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was embarrassing. Not the best at the end there. Uh-huh. I don't know what I did there on the end there.
Runway vacated.
Just got distracted, I guess. I don't know what.
Etihad 279, taxi to gate Alpha 6 via Delta 6, Bravo 6, Alpha.
Taxi to gate Alpha 6 via Delta 6, Bravo 6, Alpha, Etihad 279.
Alright, taxi lights on, turn off lights on, landing lights off, strobe lights off, logo lights on, speed brake down, flaps up, there you go, flaps up, transponder mode, standby. APU start, anti-ice off, everything else off. Alright. We're going to Alpha 6. Let's see if JSX is going to work now. Really? Everything's too small? Of course it is. I wonder if it's right there. Well, for next flight, I'll have to reset up the these gates and make them bigger. Well, it doesn't really matter. Next flight, we're in a smaller plane. Next flight's to Kochi, India. Yeah, I think we're gonna be too big to go past this. Oh, wrong way. Now we're having encoding issues too. Seriously, what causes that? Everything's fine until we... Okay, I don't know why my encoding is overloaded. I don't know. Why does it keep doing that? There's no reason for it. Like, there's no... It's just suddenly... My CPU decide, like, OBS, like, overloads suddenly. It just can't handle what it was doing before. And it used to be able to do it all the time. That is super frustrating. Wow. Alright, well, I'm gonna... Let's see. We're gonna go and... Yeah, I don't know what to do here because I don't really want to cancel my stream on Twitch. That's super frustrating that's doing that. Alright, whatever, we'll just... Yeah, okay, there we go. No. What is causing that? Like, your encoding is overloaded. Why? I've got a ton of CPU overhead, barely using anything. It's just like... it's so frustrating. It's just started in the last couple weeks here. I don't know, maybe I gotta update OBS and go to 30 because something's hanging up on... is hurting my streams now. And it's frustrating me to no end. Seriously, why? Let me see what I can do here. No idea what's causing it. Wild. Alright, well, we'll deal with it. It's gonna be a little choppy sometimes, I guess. I don't get it. It's just, it's always something. It's always something. Alright, beacon light off. Let's turn off the engines. Internal power. Yeah, I don't... It's like I didn't have this problem before. I was able to stream to Twitch, stream to YouTube, record, and now it's like, oh, encoding overload. Why? Like, what changed in the last couple weeks? I don't know. I don't know what to restart. Like, restart what? I restart my computer every day. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know what's causing it. It doesn't want to work correctly. Fine. Never mind, GSX. GSX is so stupid. It'd be so nice if you could just use it wherever. Oh, you're parked wrong. I know I'm parked wrong, but it doesn't make sense to park where I wanted to park. Alright, well, seatbelt signs off. Let's let the passengers get off with self-loading cargo. Yeah, it's always something now. I had a few good streams. I had a few where like everything worked, and now it's like, now my computer's betraying me. It was the internet, now it's the computer. Always something. Alright guys, who should we raid over on Twitch? I don't have any really, none of my channels that I follow are on, so give me a suggestion.
167, taxi to gate, Alpha 5 Delta 3, Charlie, Bravo 4 Alpha. Taxi to gate, Alpha 5 via Delta 3, Charlie, Bravo 4 Alpha, Sky.
Alright, kind of a janky end to this stream, but... Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's like, it's fine sometimes. I don't know what the problem is. Whatever. I'm getting to the point where I might stop. Like, I got to the point where I was going to record these streams because it's better quality I can put up on YouTube, but then it's like, then it's killing the stream quality during the stream. It's like, ay, ay, ay. It's like, and I know if I try to update OBS, it's going to just kill everything, so I guess that's my project today. Dumb. Alright, let's check out the flight. Enough complaining. There's the flight you can see from Sri Lanka to Malé. And we kind of descended a little too early there, I think. And then we had to descend really rapidly on our landing. Landing rate, though, turned out not too bad. Flight time, 1 hour and 13 minutes. Block time, 1 hour 28. 457 nautical miles. 286 passengers. Landing speed, a little bit fast. About 10 knots faster than we were planning. Fuel burn. Surprisingly, not that high of a fuel burn. Only twice as much as I probably would have done in the A320, I guess. And let's check out the world tour map. Of course, I didn't get this set up the way I wanted to. There we go. Ugh, all discombobulated now. And there's Maldives. I think we're maybe that top. I'm not sure which island we are of the two. But there it is. Next flight we'll be flying back to India. And then from Kochi, we're going to fly to Sri Lanka. And then from Sri Lanka to Pakistan. So we're actually just kind of couple flights. The next couple flights are really not progressing the world tour too far. You can see this is basically all we need to do for our world tour. Central, mid-Asia here. We're going to get out to Yemen and to Syria, and also we're going to fly into Yasser Arafat Airport, which no longer exists, but we're going to fly in there so we can tick off Palestine and cause a whole ruckus. That will be our last flight in a row, and then from there we're going to, there's a few places we just can't get to fill in this map. We're going to do a flight from Montreal over to, I don't know where it is on this map, but it's a French territory over here in Canada. There it is, actually, right there, Saint-Pierre, Miquelon. And then I'm gonna see if I can do a flight down to Antarctica. It doesn't show up on our map, but there is do a flight from somewhere down in Argentina into Rotheria, I think, station in Antarctica. Alright, so encoding is, my OBS is freaking out, my computer is for some reason freaking out, so thanks for coming in on the flight. Let's see, yeah, I don't know who to raid. Who should we raid, guys? Alright, let me go over here. I need to kind of see who's all on. Ooh, Pirate Software is on. Awesome. Find someone smaller. Let's see. Let's find someone in a flight simulator who's flying. Get someone who's small here. Give them some love. All right, so we're gonna go raid Boozy Sheep. Boozy Sheep. All right, well, thanks a lot for coming on the flight. Thanks for the raid and all that. And get some music going. And next flight will be tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Till then, happy flying. Take care.